You need to turn up your microphone for sure. Why don't you try mine for a second? Try mine.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Nope.
Hello. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Sure. Okay, thank you. Okay, if in doubt, ask me now. Right, okay, guys, let's get to it. What we're going to do is we're going to ask some fan questions at the end as well, okay? And when I give you the signal, I want you popping up at the mic, wherever it may be, just you will be directed there. Guys, okay, Aaron question, how are you feeling at the end of this season? Just going out, how are you feeling? Big question. Who wants to start? You're like, we survived. So, feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling good, limber, fresh. Are you, Stephen?
Sad.
Oh.
Well, sorry. Became best friends with Emily over the past 7 years, and I'm gonna miss her. So I was sad.
Oh.
And I also thought that was really cool, the way that we say goodbye to Felicity. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Sad though. Sad.
What about you, James?
Sad, yeah, I can't say any better than that.
Hello there. Mic drop.
Well, I mean, it's sad.
So, I'm going to talk about the Anniversary in general. The Anniversary has got a very special place in fans' hearts, as you can see with everyone here today as well. Did you feel or realise this at the time when all of you joined in the Anniversary? All we started, you guys are original team. Tal, you've come in super outside later. How did you feel? Did you know what was in front of you?
No. I have a little funny story about that. There was a scene, and I think, first of all, no one knew. But there was a moment when me and Steven had this scene on the street in the pilot, and it's the time when I'm driving Steven and he disappears out the back of the limo. And he actually did that. And our director, David Nutter, was standing on one of the corner. He set up the shot, and he was standing there, and he said, this is exactly what he said. This is going to be a huge show. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel it? And me and the producer was standing right there at the time. We were both like, don't say that, you're going to jinx it. So somehow or another, if you know anything about David Nutter, he has a huge success rate of directing shows that tend to get on air and be very successful. Like, he just had this sixth sense of like, this show is going to be huge. And maybe that was his mojo he was sprinkling on it, I don't know, but he knew. No one else knew.
One of the cool moments for me with the show, in season 1, we're being very, very aspirational in terms of the locations that we're shooting at and all this stuff. And we would back end our weeks on Friday with like 15 pages of a script in the Foundry. And before Emily was there, thank God she showed up when she did.
Thank the Lord God Almighty.
It was just me and David. And I turned to him and I go, hey man, can we just get this done today? Can we just do it? Let's stay on set. Let's be ready. Let's go for it. And we fist bumps. And that wasn't when I knew the show was going to be successful, but I feel like that's when we caught a rhythm.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's also when we fell in love.
Oh. Romance. Tyler, I've got a question for you. So, you come in to the Anniversary later, and you play like one of the most iconic superhero roles. Like, first of all, how did you make that your own, and how does it feel working in Paris, like being an actor in Paris, like working with these guys?
Well, I think anytime you come into a show that's been established, you do form such strong relationships on a show. And so when you spend that time together year after year, anytime there's new blood, it's always an interesting thing. But I'll say I've done it once before, and that set was very welcoming, and I kind of felt the same thing here. But it's definitely kind of, that you're coming into, again, it's the Arrowverse, so it's not just one show, it's this massive thing now. But everybody could not have been more kind, more welcoming, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd say like doing this has probably been one of the most purely fun experiences I've had working. So it's been a great time.
Glad to hear.
Hey Tyler, if Batman ever shows up in the Arrowverse, can you do me a favor? Can you fly him to space and just see what happens?
Yeah. See him? Just take him up and let go.
Just just a little bat floating or
Just a soft push towards the moon.
a soft push. I like that. Emily,
I have my mission.
fans were shocked when you announced your departure. How did you feel putting that out? Were you a bit nervous? And what's the reaction back?
Yeah, nervous about it, nervous sort of about what life would hold afterwards. I mean, I spent 7 years in my 20s on this show and with people falling in love with this group of people and falling in love with this character that I now had to say goodbye to, and she'll always be such a huge part of my life, as well as all of these people that the show's brought, and really saying goodbye to a family I've been working with for 7 years. But it was time. It was time. I feel like we sent her off in a really beautiful way, and she lives on through, you know, most people here. There's a lot of really beautiful stories that you all tell me about Felicity, and they warm my heart. I see her everywhere I go, so it's not totally goodbye.
So the door, I read that the door's open if it's in the right way. Would you come back if it was right?
It's not completely up to me, but never say never.
Okay. Now let's play a little game role swap. Okay. If you could swap roles with one another, okay, who do you think would be the best to play who? Look at confusion, especially on Tyler's face. You're like, wow, I'm really thinking about that
I don't know
one.
if I'm qualified to make these kinds of decisions.
So what do you have a goal like for that Stephen playing Superman? David, did you? No. Like Matt's get rid of the beers, maybe.
I would never play Superman because my favorite DC character of all time is General Zod.
Yes. I mentioned this yesterday. Yes.
Well, yeah. I think that Emily would make the best Diggle.
Yes.
I think that Diggle would make the best Moira.
Yes.
I think that Tyler would make the best Bolton.
Yes.
There we go. The new casting director right here. New casting.
And
Just Colton, not even no character. It's
oh,
Colton.
I'm sorry, Roy. I meant Roy.
It's funny.
I think that I would make the best Reza.
Where's up? Cool.
It's got some fan questions that have been sent through to me. So this is to all of you. Okay, from Rose Tyler on Instagram. Who was your favourite villain over the duration of the show?
That's easy. I mean, for me, it's easy. It's Deathstroke. I don't know that.
Nice. For you guys.
Prometheus.
I second that one. Prometheus, strong villain, not the Huntress.
Nice.
I would have to say, I'm totally blanking on the name. The Doctor in the crossover in Elseworlds. Somebody help me with the name. Deegan. Yes. Deegan was a favorite. One because I thought what he did with that character was great to watch in those first episodes.
Well, he does with every character, though, right? I mean, I can't believe we're blanking on his name. He's a good actor.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up after this. But David and I were watching him perform for the first time as Deegan. And the camera wasn't on us. We're watching him perform, and David literally grabbed my hand and started squeezing it because we were so fired up about how awesome he was. Jeremy Davies.
Yeah.
Maybe they.
Oh, well,
All right, Jeremy.
this is
It was
from
fantastic.
Devin Michelle C via Instagram. What was the most difficult scene for Stephen, Emily, and David to film during the finale?
For me, it was the last scene in the bunker. Because there's been 3 or 4 times during the course of the show where my personal feelings are bordering on getting in the way of the thing that my character should do. It happened with my last scene with Emily. It happened with my last scene with Susanna Thompson. And it happened in our last scene in the bunker, where I'm going, okay, I'm sad, but let's make sure that I'm not being selfish and letting my feelings come through in this moment. I think it played okay. Maybe I shouldn't have been as sad as I was, but whatever.
Yeah. First of all, it was played brilliantly and beautifully, Stephen. So, but yeah, that scene, easily, that scene for me.
Yeah. I think while we were shooting that too, I mean, James Bamford, who directed that episode, had such this vision for that scene that turned out so well, and this dissonance that was surrounding the set was that this is really sad, this is really cool, this is really sad. Like back and forth through the whole crew, and it was so silent and sort of ominous, but there were tears falling down everyone's faces. Yeah.
Also, randomly on my close-up, even though we had done the scene like 19 times at this point, David randomly, for the first time on my close-up, like gave me this nice pat on the chest. It ended up on air. That wasn't fair, was it?
I've got a question just for Emily. Emily, if you could hack any one of these guys' computers, whose would you be brave enough to hack? Go for it.
Gotta be totally honest, don't think I want in there. Gonna leave everyone's computers as their own. But, you know, I think David watches the least amount of sports and buys the most sneakers, so I feel like I could maybe find out what shoe companies would be best. I think like that's pretty solid.
Okay.
Good.
Go ahead. Okay, watch out, David. Watch out, David. Like, she's gonna really hack it. Like, watch out, by the way, David, she's on to you. I love pasta. She's on to you. I'm gonna do some fun things in a moment with some memes. But before we do, David, you've been asking this question. I was reading about some Green Lantern stuff. Are we going to see Green Lantern? Is there a connection there? Tell us what
I have no idea. I really don't know.
You ask that a lot, the Green Lantern.
All the time. Yeah, I don't know. Stephen Bell knows. No, he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Teasing, but there seems to be no more than that.
Let's go through some memes. Are you ready? Can we have meme number 1, please? Meme number 1, please. Right, okay. I don't know if you guys can see the bottom.
This is great. Can you see the bottom of this?
I'm out the way so you can see the bottom. It's as happy as sad. You can see it, right? So,
That's the funniest.
Stephen, do you get the piss taken out of you? Oh shit, a lot for that. Sorry. Dropping mics. That was a mic drop. Do you get the piss taken out of you for that? The fact that people go, oh God, mad all over, angry all over, that you're like full-faced. I mean, this meme's come from somewhere.
Sorry that he doesn't want to show his emotions all the time. He's a stoic individual that clearly cares about other people more than he cares about himself. So I apologize. If he doesn't shed a single tear every time something sort of shitty happens.
It's okay.
Part of my language, young lady. I apologize.
His waters run deep. Okay, let's have meme number 2, please. Meme number 2. Right. Okay, Tyler loved that actually. Oh, sorry, I'll move straight over, right out the way. It says, this mask protects my identity. Are you happy with the mask? What do you guys think? Do you think it's effective?
Oh yeah, we're making fun of that, okay?
No, I don't.
You know what Tyler's disguise is?
I know.
Glasses.
Mine's not any better.
That was true. Actually, I didn't even recognize you with the hat. I mean, if you wore glasses, it'd be all over, man. It'd be all over. I'd be like, get off the stage. I don't know who you are. Right, let's go for meme number 3, and I'm going to move out of the way for this one. Sorry.
You can thank Colton Haynes for this. This was all
Today I was speaking to David Harbour about channeling his Harbour zone being intense. Then I was talking to Sebastian Stan about his Stan zone. I'm just going to call this your Grumpy Cat zone. So when you're channeling intense space, what are you thinking about?
Nothing. This is actually, they told me later the cat studied these 2 episodes of the show and then worked on his face. So Grumpy Cat actually stole our looks from table.
And that is quite the nostril flare you have, sir. Quite the nostril flare you have. Okay, that's enough of
All
memes.
Colton, by the way. Completely Colton.
as enough memes, we've got some fan questions now. So if you want to ask a question, that mic right there. Oh god, oh my god. Okay, so we're going to go straight to it. Okay, sir, let's do it. Do you have a question for this lovely panel?
Yes. Hi, sorry. First of all, I want to say Felicity in particular has been my favourite character, and Savannah, especially considering starting off with she wasn't considered in comic books as a main character. I just wanted to ask you, what was your favourite area that you've worked with both sort of Team Arrow individually, primarily?
Sorry. Super hearing as well as super strength. Super identity, I think. My favorite character, that's really hard to choose. I think because now I've gotten to work with Katie as Black Siren, I would have to say Juliana's character, getting to work with Juliana has been an incredible blessing over the past few years. She is dynamite and she works her ass off. She's super fun and she makes an awesome canary. Awesome canary.